Good morning, everybody. I'm starting off today with trying to work out what to do about my broken Swift. So it's a Knitpicks Swift, and as you can see at the bottom and the top, these members of it here are fixed into these grooves with some kind of a wire in that channel there. And I don't quite know how it's happened, but as you can see here, that has come loose, and these aren't properly supporting the yarn when it's open anymore. See, these aren't staying in the place where they should be because that wire has become bent, and I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do about it, but I'm going to have a look at it and see if I can work it out. I don't know whether it's best done open or closed as it is now, but that's what I'm going to try and do now. Of course, the scissors aren't in the right place. Are they even here at all? This is the question. Oh, I know where they are. Oh well. I'll use the scissors from this bag instead. I think I've mended it. Maybe a temporary fix, using some tiger tail and a couple of crimp beads, but I think it's done the trick for now at least. But I'm just going to have a go with this one skein first and see if it can cope. Take all the safety ties out. There are always 3 safety ties in some yarn, in the yarn when you get it to dye, and I always put 3 extra ones in because I'm a worrywart. Whew. Winding yarn really hurts my back. Even just sitting here like this doing these is killing me. It's ridiculous. Right, I think I'm a bit wonky. I'll sort that out and I'll come back. Well, I've just tested out the Swift and it appears to be working very nicely. Thank goodness. I mean, it might only be a temporary fix, but at least I now know roughly what needs to be done, and I can work out a different material to do that with if it's not strong enough. Right, so I may or may not put in the footage that I just took of me winding this up, because if I can speed it up I might, but it basically just shows me looking extremely rough and knackered and huge, and really struggling to do it. So I've got 6 of the skeins I need to wind up, so I'm going to leave the kit out and hopefully bribe the children to help me with the winding, because it's just hurting my back so much. But anyway, I'll try not to moan about that too much. This is my Home for Christmas yarn, which I dyed last year for the Christmas kit, which I made in conjunction with my 2 sisters, who are Jazz Kitten Wendy and Craftmonger Law on Etsy. So yes, Laura and Wendy and I make kits usually for some of the holidays at the very least. Last year we did this one for Christmas called Home for Christmas, and there was a lovely project bag, mini knit kit pouch, a needle cozy, 2 stitch markers and the yarn, and the girls make the sewn items and I do the yarn and stitch markers, and I'll show you the bag later if I can get a chance. This is the yarn and it's very sort of vintagey. I wanted a little bit to put into my scrappy socks, but I also want to knit a pair of Greenlambkin Leviosa socks with these, just to showcase that pattern a bit more, because if you don't know, I also design knitting patterns and crochet patterns, as well as dyeing yarn and making stitch markers. And I've got a sock pattern called the Greenlambkin Leviosa socks, which is available on Ravelry, and a shawl pattern and a mitt pattern, and I'm trying to get myself together to do some new ones at the moment. But this is actually on the gold stellina base, and for this winter season I want to make sock sets with a really dark green, sort of like that dark green in there, for the mini skein to go with, but I haven't got any of the gold stellina base yarn in at the moment, so when I place my next yarn order I will get some and dye some mini skeins up in that dark green colour. But I thought I could always cast on and knit down the leg. Well, actually I think I'm going to do a forethought heel in it this time, rather than the traditional heel flap and gusset construction that is in the pattern, so I can knit the whole sock apart from the toe basically. But yeah, I primarily want to put a little bit into my other into my scrappy Christmas socks, so that's that. I just wanted to show you. I'll probably start my second sock with this one. I felt like I was going to say something else. Yeah, I've got 6 skeins that want winding for a project called the film reel cardigan, but as I say, I'm going to ask the kids. I suppose I don't really need to wind all of it at once, I only need the first 1 or 2 colours, so yeah, I'll probably get Ivy to help me wind it and maybe bribe her with 50p for pocket money or something. But I'll show you the bag that goes with this. I don't think I've got any of the spare needle cozies and mini knit kits at the moment, but I can show you the bag to give you an idea. Anyway, onward to the next project. Hello. I'm sorry for the shadow, but I just wanted to take another video of these yarns. When I'd done the last one, for some reason, even though I shot it in landscape, it turned it round to portrait when I imported it into the editing app, and I don't know why, but also these colours are being much more truly represented here in this light. So these were the yarns that we were winding this morning, and I did tell you in the other video, but I'll say it now because I think I'll remove that one, hopefully. That is Jewel Mine. That is Sweet Viola. That is one of the Derbyshire Dyes Market Night colourways, whose name I can't quite remember. That's Cosmic Wonder, and that is Black Cherries. And they are all very sparkly in this light, and they're all Greenlambkin yarn. So that's going to be the film reel cardigan, once I get my act together. But at least it's all wound now, so I'm really happy with how they look together. So I'm going to start at that jewel mine and work my way throughout. It's not exactly a fade, it's sort of sectional colour blocks, I suppose you could say. So there you go, that's those yarns. Hello treasures again. Here's a little Christmas sock update to end the day with. I am currently putting my last stripe into the socks, which is this one-off that I dyed. It was one that I made a bit of a mistake on, so I over-dyed it with green, and it works really nicely actually. I used it on that gnome for the hat. So I do put that one in today, finished this one, put that one in. That's Cast a Christmas Spell that I did Ivy's shawl with. And then this one, and then the toe is going to be this West Yorkshire Spinners in, I can't remember the name of that one. It's not Chocolate Lime, it's another one whose name I can't remember. And then on the other side, the heel will go here with it. Yeah, there's the heel line there, and it's going to have a bright red heel in the cherry drop colourway, which is like a Christmas red. So that's it. The fastest sock, probably. I think I knitted one of my Fairy Lights socks, which is the West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas yarn from last year. I think I knitted that one quicker, but only because we were travelling back home from Scotland when I was knitting it, and I just had a clear run. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this project, if you couldn't tell. I think we might be going out for a couple of hours tomorrow, so I'll try and take some footage while we do that. But for tonight I shall say night night. I'm just going to watch one or two vlogs. I've got day 20 of Jules' July vlogs from So Sweet Violet, and one or two other bits to read. Oh, the light's gone all funny now, look, that's better. But apart from that, I'm just going to try and... I had a nap this afternoon, I was that exhausted. But yeah, I'm going to just try and get a reasonably early night. So I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Night night.